This filter. I wish my fucking eyebrows were that high. Oh my god. I literally, looking at myself like this, I feel like I'm raising my eyebrows. But I do feel like people call that Spock brow when they look like that. I want to watch, please, me getting a notification that says invite Alex Earl to join as a guest. Should I? Could you imagine if Alex fucking Earl jumped in here? Okay, wait, it's actually hot in here. The one thing I hate about self-tan is that, it makes you like hot and cold at the same time. And I don't like that feeling. I hate the stickiness of it, like that it makes you feel fucking wet. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. Okay, so tack on an extra few $100s to the money that I need to make because I need to get Botox that makes me look like this. I wish my brows were this high, bro. This is so loud. Holy fuck. Okay. I need to lean against my bed. Guys, also, why did nobody fucking tell me that Southern Charm was back on? Like, I have been waiting. And I went onto fucking Peacock to watch something while I ate. And I saw that it started like 3 weeks ago. So obviously I'm happy because now I have like episodes to catch up on. But little did I fucking know that it was back on. That's kind of the best. That means you're like living life, which is good when you don't know like when your shows are back on. Like, that means you're doing well, at least in my book. It's bad if I'm like, oh fuck, I thought it was Tuesday when it's Monday and I'm like waiting to watch a show. Like, that's how I know I'm not doing well. But I'm not sick anymore, thank fuck. But everyone else around me got sick. And I told them that would happen. And I warned them and I said, guys, I think I'm sick. But everyone just wants to hang out with me so bad that, oh, fuck, I have the wrong sticker on here. Okay, hold on. Two things. If you want a more affordable alternative rather than a $75 live reading, I have $34 2026 horoscope PDFs on my website. I want to say they're 36 pages. Very, like, gives you a pretty fucking clear synopsis of 2026 based off of your rising sign. It covers all of the major transits of 2026, and then there's 10 very, very practical, realistic predictions per major transit. Because I find that, like, a lot of times astrologers, not that this is bad, but that a lot of times astrologers will, like, give a very vague thing to look forward to, like, oh, you're gonna, something that's not quantifiable. Maybe that's a better way to explain it. Like, back when I didn't, like, fully know how to predict for myself, I hated hearing, like, you're gonna feel the celestial healing of, like, speak English. JK, like, that makes sense. It's just not my vibe. So I tried to make the PDFs very fucking, this is happening in this area of your life, therefore this is what's probably gonna fucking happen. And those were casted off of, like, me seeing other people, like, for example, how do I word this? Libra risings, for example. Libra risings are the sign before a Scorpio rising. So what Libra risings were going through this past year, or the last few years, because I've read for so many Libra risings, I was better able to go, hey, Scorpio risings, this is probably what's going to happen because it happened for every fucking Libra rising I spoke to last year. That was so much louder than it needed to be. It was a poster. Thank you for this calling me talented. Friendsgiving was very fun. Friendsgiving was so fun. Like, I'm supposed to be an event planner, a party thrower in this life. I really am. Like, I'm sorry, I was an incredible host. It was great. The 2026 horoscope is a PDF. It's written, but it's very concise. It's very digestible. It's very easy to read. It's not overtly wordy. It is very to the point, but it's like packed. There's no fluff in it. Thank you for saying you feel like my prices are fair. Sorry, I'm like already catching up to this. Stoked for Aquarius rising. Been suffering way too long. I've been doing so many horoscopes the last few days last probably like 2 weeks, writing, speaking, recording, that I'm like, my brain is mush. Also, if someone wants a live reading, I will do one, but I really don't know how many I have in me because I did take my sleep gummy. I could probably do one. I don't know. We'll see. Because sometimes I get energized from them, and then other times I get very tired. I will do a TikTok live reading. I just put the wrong fucking sticker. Like, that was me. That was me being stupid. Oh my god, you are the third Virgo rising. Did I like make it scary? I didn't mean to. Teffy is a Virgo rising, and Teffy was like, sure, I'd be like scared. And I was like, no. Did I make it scary? When I had, for example, you guys have the nodes going through your 6th and 12th house. When I had that, I was just really locked in. All I fucking did was work. I was fasting, I was celibate, and I was sober. Like, I was living a very restricted life. However, like, I also had Saturn going through my 5th house. I was very focused on, I started going to a naturopath, and I was really doubling down on therapy. Like, I was literally just trying to fix myself. That was really what I did. And I feel like Virgo risings are going to have a similar, the Saturn and Aries. Yeah, so, like, there's more depth going through, Oh, I'm glad, Sunny. God, I never really hear great, like, people being like, I had a great year, so I'm glad that you said that. Granted, it's because I'm an astrologer. Like, typically astrologers don't come to you when... Actually, that's not true. People do come to you when things are going really well, because they're like, when's this going to stop? Or they're going to be like, am I going to be a millionaire? I have a 6th house North Node in Taurus, but my 6th house is in Aries. I have a 6th house... Why did I just get a lisp? I have a 6th house North Node in Taurus, but my 6th house... Okay, so you're looking at it with the Placidus system then. Website is kmoney.biz. KMONEY.biz. And if you go under the ebooks section, you will see the PDFs. Also, the December predictions are out. Hello. How did I forget to say that? The December predictions are out. They are $9.97, I think, or $9.99. That's just December, but that's 30 predictions. I am gonna try to post all the signs. I just like, I'm in such a pinch in my life right now. Like, I've had to be so careful with my time today and like for the next few weeks because I'm really locked in. I need to get a new car. Like, it's against my will. And in order to get a new car, I need to pay my debt off, ideally, so that my credit's better. So, and then the other thing is, because my fucking car is so fucked up, I'm upside down in my payment. Like, I still owe on this car, so I'm gonna be paying for 2 cars, and my rent's also doubling soon. So I basically need to, like, triple the amount of money I'm making typically, like, right now. Like, it's crazy. But I am trying to do all of the signs because usually I don't get paid to post them, obviously, but usually in posting them, it gains trust, and then people are like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. So like people are more likely to invest into a reading. But this kind of stuff just happens to me. Like, it's okay. The only thing, I'm just trying not to panic, that's it. Because the only thing that really, really, like, if I think about it for too long, scares me, is that I genuinely do not have someone I can ask for help. Like, I just don't. And I know that when people say that, they're like, oh, well, your parents would probably help you. No, they can't help me. They can't. And I'm not one of those people where it's like, I have like a rich aunt out of state or something. Like, I do not have help. So it scares me because, like, you know, once you hit a certain point, it's like, oh my God, I literally could get booted out of here. And when my car was still working, I was like, worst case scenario ever, I could drive back to Connecticut if everything went wrong here. Now I can't do that. So, because I don't have a car. I'm in a Turo rental right now. And like, when I say these things out loud, I'm like, oh my God. But it's okay. I digress. God loves me. I show up. I try to be a good Samaritan. And I give when I have it. So I'm hoping that I've paid my fucking dues and God will help me out here. Yes, Jupiter is going through our career sectors as Scorpio risings. So that's very exciting because Jupiter rules our second house of money. So hopefully we're on an upswing. Can't see it yet, but like, it's turning. The wheels are turning. We are on an upswing. And I wanted to record my journey, my situation, because I can laugh at it now because this isn't the first time this has happened to me. Like, this is something that happens on a cycle basis in my life. And this time it's just scarier because I, like, you know, it was different if I lived at home or I lived with my boyfriend or I was still in Connecticut. Like, I would always have somewhere to go, you know, like here, no, I don't have family out here. I have friends, obviously, but they're friends that I've known for a year. Like, when I moved here, I don't have like lifelong friends here. So I'm like, let me record this journey because, sorry, everyone is going through it. Like, I'm surprised more people don't talk about it. Keeping a Capricorn rising, Jupiter going through your 12th house. Yes, very psychological, very spiritual. The 2026 horoscopes are at KMONEY.biz. KMONEY.biz. I've tried to put the website on here, but it always gets... They know they're dealing with a fucking boss. Like, I always get, what is it, like, restricted or something? And you would think with the .biz, like, they wouldn't know, because it's not a .com, but... I always get my ass. So annoying. Flop. Having a Jupiter 10th house. Oh, I feel like I remember you saying that in a different live. I wonder what it's like to have Jupiter in the 10th house. Can you tell me about that? Unless it has to do with like your actual occupation, like, are you a teacher? Do you do anything philosophical having to do with like travel, or is it something very big and expansive and open-minded or therapeutic? Or is it that your career itself is very like, I want fucking Jupiter in the 10th house. Wait, very cool. Wait, what sign is it in? Is it in Aquarius? Oh, hey girl. Hey girl, are you making an appearance? Come here. Come here. Very fucking cool. Come. You want to jump across? You can make it. Alright. Oh my gosh, I love you. My little chicken. See, I have my part of, I can't fucking speak. I have my part of fortune in my second house. I also have Pluto in my second house. Girl, get off of there. Yay. Guys, her name is Blue, but I always call her my little chicharrones. But I always call her my little chicharrones. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I was watching Southern Charm before this while I was eating my 10 p.m. fucking dinner. Tiffany, if I get this money, I'm hoping for you to do my chart. I can do more. I need more info. Wait, do you think my name is Tiffany? I'll take it. I like that name. Yeah, no, I'm always down to do a chart reading, girl. What's in the package? The 2026 horoscope is a 36-page PDF on my website. I'm gonna repeat myself because it said my connection was unstable. The 2026 horoscope is a 36-page document, PDF, like ebook. It's cute. On my website at KMONEY.biz. It's under the ebook section, and it has every major transit for your rising sign. The description of it, how it's going to affect us collectively, how it's going to affect you based off your rising sign, and then 10 very practical, realistic predictions per major transit, so that you have a pretty well-rounded idea of what you're walking into next year. And the dates are in there too, so you'll know, like, you'll see when this starts, when this happens, etc. Also, it does grandfather you in, so that if I add stuff to it, because I always end up doing that, I always end up like, we can look at 2026 from like, you know, with a telescope, but as we get closer, I'm gonna start being like, oh, this is important, let me just add this. And if you buy it now, you will get grandfathered in the sense that, like, when the ebooks get updated, you don't have to pay extra. Or if the price changes, you do not pay extra. You will just automatically get the updated version. Oh, okay. I thought you thought my name was Tiffany. I was like, listen, I'll be Tiffany. That's a beautiful name. I love that name. All these lucky professional placements, and I'm stuck for the second house, correct? Okay, but the thing with Saturn though, like, I know no one likes to hear it, but it does reward hard work, and it just will likely be something that's maybe later in life for you. And that's not to say you'll be fucking poor until you're like 80, but that your source of income might literally just come from hard work paying off, or very structured budgeting, or, you know, like a more traditional conservative route to making money. I used to do synastry readings. I don't do them anymore because I don't want to accidentally encourage or affirm something in the relationship of someone that if I saw it with my own eyes, I would be like, leave. Like, and I also, on the other hand, don't want someone to be in a great relationship and then I make them start second guessing it based off of something. It's just, I only do them for people that I know, or that I've clients that I've worked with for more than a few times that I know will like digest the information appropriately. It's not exactly like a solar, it is similar to a solar return chart in the sense that it's your year, but your solar return is based off of the sun returning to where it was the day you were born. It's like based off of your literal birthday. So like you can have the same rising sign as someone, but if one of you is born in February and the other one's born in September, you're gonna have very different solar returns. Sorry, my cat is like having her moment. I need to let her get it out. Otherwise she'll... Also, like, this fucking Airbnb, I'm not getting my deposit back. She's fucking up the furniture in here. I like both Vedic and, well, I like all forms of astrology. I find them all valuable and helpful. Oh my god, these messages. Thanks. There's a filter on my face, guys. My eyes are actually really red and watering. Because I wiped my eyes with what I thought was micellar water, and I think there was hairspray on it. That's why it looks like I'm crying. My fucking cat, bro. Girl. Okay, that's hers now. How do I make sure I have a good Saturn return? It's, guys, I'm really not trying to be annoying. It really just depends on your chart, because I need to know the aspects to it. Having a good Saturn return in Taurus. What house is it in? Really good goal. I love toast to not be poor. Really, trust me, been there. Thank you, Flop. Dude, every time I say your name, I feel like the meme of Demi Lovato being like, hi, fatty. We're gonna get there. Listen, I'll take 10K, but I'm aiming for 20. 11th and 10th house, like, love. Any placements up there, I love. And that I might be biased because I have them. But I just feel like it's a louder life. Excuse me. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be Scorpion emoji. That's gonna be your relationship sector. Probably stability, control, possessiveness, things around value within your relationships. About doing synastry and composite charts on your date of birth and start of money. I'm assuming you mean like your own birth chart and then start of money, like the beginning of something, a financial source, question mark, is that what you mean? Hailey and Justin, yes, Uranus is going into Hailey's 7th house. I've been saying that. Well, it went to her 7th house this year, but it's coming back next year. Also, she also, every transit she had this year, she's having next year. She's having her Saturn return in her 5th house of romance and children, and she's also having Uranus enter her 7th house of relationships. Louder life, I mean, the upper hemisphere of the chart is usually the external world. So people that have a lot of placements like in their 9th, 10th, and 11th house, likely, at the very least, if they're not known, like it's not their persona, they a lot of what they do or associate with or relate to or exercise in this life is like interacting with the world around them. And in my head, that like makes the volume of their life go up, as opposed to someone that maybe has all lower hemisphere having a more inward life. But there's caveats to everything. Like some people, they're like, it really depends on that. This is a whole topic. I actually have an ebook on this. It's not live right now because I need to edit some of it, called Fortuna. And it's literally about like fame, money, billionaires, celebrities, and like dissects all of their information. But I will post when that's back up, because that was my favorite ebook to write. It was so fun, and it's like aesthetically pleasing. Are you doing your full year readings again this year? I was considering it. They take a very long time, so I only do them for like 10 people. Maybe I should do that and book that out for January. Just spend my whole January doing that. I'm trying to remember what I had them priced at for last year. I think they were $2,000 last year. But it's literally like if you were to get which to some people is obviously going to sound, everyone has a different concept of like value and what is important to them investment wise. 2,000 sounds like, oh my God, that's a shit ton of money. But in relation to the way it's broken down month by month, like if you were to get a full life reading from me every single month, it's like literally over a 50% discount than the readings on my website. But I need to like, I don't know why, because I already thought about that. I usually plan it at the beginning of December, and in my head I was like, I don't know if people are going to want that, but I don't know why I think that, because people got it last year. So I don't know why I'm like hesitating that. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Blue, please stop. Val, I kind of understand what you're saying. That would be interesting. That's such a broad, like, I would maybe do it with an entity that has a birth chart that makes you money. Like, if you were to start a business doing a, like, rectifying a chart that complements a great time to start a business, and then looking at the composite chart with you and your business. In terms of like policies and stuff, it's just so broad that you might as well just look at your transit chart, because that's like a global or national economic thing that's leveling everybody out. Does that make sense? Oh, Katie, that means so much to me. Wait, hello? How was your year? I can remember your chart. That's the one thing I will say about the year-long readings, is that I love doing them because I am so locked into you by the time I'm done writing that shit, that I already know. Like, I feel like I genuinely know you, or at least your life for that year. And Katie, I know off the top of my head that you are a Capricorn rising, and that everything was occurring in your 3rd and 4th house. And I thought you were moving, and you said that you already moved, I think, at the time. And I said you were getting back to basics. And I think you were a Cap rising, right? Or am I making that up? No. Were you an Aries rising? Now I'm second guessing myself. I thought you were a Cap rising Aquarius. No, because everything was happening in your 3rd. So what's Aries? Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. Or was it your 4th and your 5th? I don't know, but I remember sitting on my couch and being very, very sick and doing your reading. To make the most out of intensity, people being weird with you, for Scorpio risings, I'm still learning. What I've learned is that you can try your hardest to show up and like I overcompensate because I know I make people scared. Every fucking person I meet, man, woman, doesn't matter. I was scared of you, you're intimidating, I was like afraid of your vibe. I don't always get, I thought you were gonna be a bitch, but that I just like bring a fucking scary vibe to the room. And I think I just think everything about me kind of is very blunt and intense, and I know that. So I try to overcompensate by being very like, hi, da, 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 da. And I'm not being fake, it's just like, I really try to create a welcoming environment for people, because that's what I fucking want, and I never get that shit. I feel like I always get met with like people immediately turning, like seeing me as like an enemy or something. Again, man or woman. Hey, so my suggestion is, it doesn't matter how hard you try, some people are gonna get it and some people won't. Give people a chance to cozy up to you, but don't let people be fucking weird with you either, because people are gonna get close to you because you're cool and intense, and then try to like jack your swag. Hold on, I'm trying to get through. Oh my God, I'm getting so many. I think if you do January 26th. Okay, guys, you guys are making me want to do the year-long readings. Amy Woodhull, that was the most fucking cryptic shit I've ever heard in my life. Blue, you gotta stop. Stop. Come here. Stop. Come here. Come hang out with me. She's like getting jealous that I'm talking. I'm sorry. Good girl, get on the fucking bed. Yes, talking communication. So interesting to follow throughout the year. Learned with readings things that seem much more dramatic. Hearing it and reading it comes together. Yes, I totally agree with you, Katie. And that's why the way I deliver my information, I try to be like, I'm not saying something bad's gonna happen, because I know that like there's just certain things that when you explain it, you're gonna think the worst. That's the bad thing about knowing the future, is like you're gonna assume the worst, and then it's very fucking funny the way things come together, because they're rarely bad. If anything, they're just so unexpected, where you're like, and that's what's so funny about astrology, is even with my own, I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen, or like that doesn't really make sense with the way things are going. No, it's always gonna humble you. Gemini rising for 2026, be your fucking self, even if it pisses everyone off. Well, yeah, I've learned not to overcompensate, because people do think it makes you weirder. Like, I've learned to just accept that, like, I have a fucking scary vibe. And if you are genuine enough to get to know someone without leading by assumption, then we will probably talk and be friends. Yeah, Aries is very similar. It's Mars ruled, that's why. As women, when you are ruled by Mars, you have a more, I don't want to say masculine vibe, but like a little bit, there's like a man-eater, like edgy thing to you. Even if you're like the sunniest yellow wearing sundress girl, there's just like a thing to you. Katie, oh my God, love to hear it. Wait, oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm so behind. They think I'm nice. What's in store for Scorpio risings? Career stuff for Scorpio risings. We can't hear Blue if it's okay. Oh, perfect, because she was being loud as fuck. Until you actually say what's on your mind. Taurus rising for this month. When I get readings that I get lazy because I know the good things are coming. Taurus rising this month. Oh my God, I can't think. Taurus rising this month. I have December predictions out on my website. I literally, like, I'm sorry, my brain is mush right now. You have a full moon in your financial sector and then a new moon in your other financial sector, but the first one is an ending with something regarding your money, and it dates back to May of this year, and then the second one's going to be a new beginning in terms of other people's money or intimacy. Yeah, I try to be careful with the word masculine, because sometimes, as you can tell, I try to be careful with fucking everything I say, because when I speak normally, I just feel like, Katie, wait, I'm like loving this. How do I grow my brows? I was fucking born Italian. And these are not as thick as they get. They are thinned out right now. Well, we're more modernly ruled by Pluto. It's the same thing. I'm a Virgo moon. Aries Mercury, funny. Okay, let me look at the listing. Am I a real estate agent? Let me look at the product. Why do I feel like that still doesn't make sense? Product listing. Hold on, I gotta open the door for Bluebee. My fucking website for the New Year's one, because maybe I'll just fucking put it up, because you guys are encouraging me, and that would actually help me reach my fucking goal and a lot quicker. I actually would love to just do that all January. Well, not all January, but like the first 2 weeks. I forgot how many I took on last year. I think I started with 10 and then ended up doing 15. But last year was harder because I still had like shit from 2024 that was I overdid it. The first half of last year was very difficult for me. I was $27.50. Okay. So Katie, that's what you paid. And then what the hell did I haven't looked at them since. Okay. What's $27.50 divided by 12 months? Hold on, Blue. So that's $229 a month. Please. That is a fucking steal. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I'm also like in my nightgown. It might as well be a nightgown. What's the craziest thing I've predicted? Everyone thinks I'm everything. Everyone thinks it depends. Like right now, you think I look Albanian because I'm paler and I don't have makeup on. I always get Persian. I've gotten Kurdish, Armenian, Greek. There's some suspicion I might actually be Greek though, but as far as I know, I'm Italian, Dutch, Irish, Slovakian, and I think Polish. Hi, Kevy Poo Poo. Oh my god, I miss you. Okay. I need to pay attention. Slovaks in the house. Wait, Kevin, tell me everything you are. You're Irish. Are you Slovakian? Why do I feel like I didn't know that? I know you're not Italian to my knowledge. Oh my god, hi my little Sabrina. Oh my god, Newtown party. Okay, it's weird to me when people don't know what they are. Granted, I never even did. Kevin, I feel like you'd be such a 23andMe person. That really shocks me. I've never done that though, and that would be interesting to do. Italian, Portuguese. My family, like especially my generation's very mixed now. Like my cousins they're Puerto Rican and Italian, and everyone in my family, not everyone, I don't want to make it sound scary. Blue is being so cute, but a good like 75% of my cousins like my age in my family are with mixed people. And I don't think that I think we've only had 2 black people married in the generation above me, but divorced. And it's interesting, like my family is really, really blending in the generation above me and then my own. I'm an 11th house moon, and I tweeted this meme. Oh, this is like so online, but it was a meme of Emma, not Watson. Emma, the one that fucking beat her boyfriend's ass. Emma, I love her. Blonde. This guy is someone. Roberts. Emma fucking Roberts, bro. It's a meme of Emma Roberts holding the fucking little woman from the American Horror Story, like circus season. And like, I don't know, if you guys are big Twitter people, you know that people use that meme, and it's like, I just be friends with everybody. And I'm like, this is literally what having an 11th house moon is like, you're fucking friends with anybody and everybody. And it's funny because in my head I'm like, my family is getting so blended that I'm just like, we got everything. We have everything over here. When you're cool with everybody. Why is it so funny to me right now? It's not that funny, but like, I think I'm tired. When you're cool with everybody. It's like so rude towards that fucking woman. Also, like, I'm sorry, how old is she? Is she like 29 or 62? Why is my face so red, bro? I think I'm really hot right now. My roommate always puts the heat on and it will hit 82 sometimes. What lashes am I wearing in my profile picture? The only lashes I ever use, bro, I hate. The only lashes I ever use are from Amazon and they're called Poop Lunch. I don't know why they're called that, but they're really good lashes and they have every style under the sun. Okay, back to fucking business, bro. New Year's package. My lord. Okay. New Year's package would essentially boil down to $229 a month. Right? Yes. So what did I have here? Major astrological, this is everything in it. And we have Katie in the chat as a testament to saying that it was worth the value. Major astrological transits with dates specific to your chart. What you are being guided to prioritize your energy on, as well as warned to avoid. An analysis of all 24 new and full moons, what areas of life they're affecting, and when you can expect endings and new beginnings. Breakdown of the eclipses and how they will alter the trajectory of your life. In-depth description of lucky days, periods of winning streaks or major challenges, what days to maximize income, when to avoid beauty procedures, windows of potential pregnancy, etc. Horoscope of specific periods where you may meet a romantic partner, get engaged, get pregnant, move, etc. And then I said if you're looking for something specific, please include it in the notes section. Basic human design techniques to make your life easier. A solar return analysis and notable secondary progressions. 12 card tarot spread, one for each month. 12 love oracle cards, one for each month. Very long PDF that includes all of this, an in-depth interpretation and overhead summary guidance audio. So you have both an audio and a PDF, and the audio follows the PDF so you can like read it. Personal astrological advice based on your natal placements. And then I said also feel free to include New Year's resolutions, and I can implicate those into the structure of the reading as well. So let me see if I can find Katie's PDF. I don't know if I still have it. Will Virgo rising... Wait. I remember asking a card. Yes, I need to incorporate the astrocartography onto my website. I'm glad that I'm on your For You page. Everyone says that. Everyone's always like, I haven't seen you in so long. I don't like that I'm not showing up. So it's funny that you ask about my car. I have a Virgo moon, and I swear every time that something touches my moon, something happens to my fucking car. And I've only had this car since fall of 2023. So I really only had it 2 years. And I think there was like a new moon or something. It wasn't an eclipse yet. I think there was a new moon on my moon when I bought my car. And I think I might have bought it during a Mercury retrograde, I think. Or it was like a day or two after it stationed. Direct again, because I remember being like, should I wait? But I was like, I need this fucking car. And I've always had problems with the car since. And really, because I have a Virgo moon, nothing super crazy has been happening in Virgo until January of this year when the nodes moved in. And bro, my car was extra bad when I moved here last October. It had a bad transmission, so it was very jumpy. And, it's probably my connection, I'm sorry. The Airbnb Wi-Fi is not great. But it started getting really jumpy. And then in July, listen how crazy this is. In July, my car broke down for the first time, and I had to get the transmission replaced, and then it got programmed wrong, and the mechanic fucked me, and basically I paid for a whole transmission and didn't get that fixed and just was given the same problem. And how weird is it that my car broke down in July, a week before I threw a very big party for my birthday, which was important because I had people flying in and I was driving everywhere. I had to do so many errands. My car broke down a week before my birthday party, so I had to get a rental. It was just very stressful, okay? And I got the car back in like August, whatever. My car just again broke down a week before a very big party I had to throw, where people were flying in and I had to run a bunch of errands. And this time it's worse because like I was balling a little bit more in the summer, and oh my god, this car has drug me to hell and fucking back. And I'm like, God, what is the lesson here? So I'm also a very nonchalant person where I brush shit off because I just have faith. I have a maximum amount of faith where I'm just like, you know what, everything's gonna work itself out. So because of that, I kind of think and trust that everything's working in my favor, and I'm kind of blasé in that way. Where sometimes there's times where people are like, Kayla, you should have gone off on that person, or Kayla, you should have got a refund for this, or Kayla, you should have, you know, all these things where I'm like, it's fine. And I'm like, I wonder if the lesson right now is, Kayla, sometimes you need to like fight the situation. Because with my car, when all that went wrong in July, basically the guy was like, the person I had programmed the transmission fucked it up. I'm gonna fully refund you. The car should drive, but like, sorry, it was just a bad job. He made it sound like, I'm just giving your car back to you in the same condition. It's gonna be a little jumpy, but at least you can drive it now, and give me my money back. And now that it broke down again, and now I need to just randomly buy a new car on a random Tuesday, and it's not my fucking fault or problem, I'm like, oh, maybe the lesson was that I should have been like, absolutely the fuck not, fix the fucking car. Like, so I think that might be my lesson. So I might have to get my first legal battle, and I might have to, hi Kiwi, I love you, I might have to take some bitches to court and get a little Fashion Nova get up for a court date, because bro, this has fucking my whole life up. It's so bad. It has fucked my entire life up. And now I'm like paying hundreds of dollars for a rental that I cannot afford because I need to get around. On top of me already being in like a struggle, like in a rough spot right now, it's just another thing that I'm like, no fucking way. And I just keep breaking down. So it's not even like something where I'm just driving a kind of an annoying car. Like, the car doesn't move. It's bad. It sounds like there's wrenches stuck in the middle of like a spinning motor. It's insane and feels unsafe and like I'm gonna die, which I don't think I will. I think it's an electrical issue with like the communication of the computer in the car. But yeah. It's fine. I just feel really burnt out and very stressed, and I don't do well when I'm stressed, especially with the PMDD. Like, I have not felt this unhinged and psychotic literally since I left my abusive boyfriend. I don't know why it's plucking at the same gears, but it's managed to get me at that same level of like frantic stress. But it's also okay because like I know that it's fine. Like, I don't know, it's just, it could be a lot worse. It's just a lot at once. And you know, this is teaching me to manage my money better. I think I'm just annoyed because I'm usually very good with money and like keep an emergency fund. I have a lot of investments, all of that, and I had to run through them the last few months to play catch up. And now I'm like, wow, all that work for nothing because now you're in the same spot. And I probably should have had the sense of urgency I have now, like 6 months ago, when I still had an emergency fund and still had my investments and stuff like that. But it's all a lesson. It's fine. I'm sorry. I don't want your mental health to be bad either. But okay, you guys, well, this is good because you guys have given me courage to maybe do the package. So I think I might make that live. And I think we'll do 10, and if there's like a crazy demand, I'll reconsider if I have the room. But I'm gonna put that on my website and move it to the top. And that's really the goal. At the end of the day, I like working deep with like, how do I explain it? I like going far and deep with less clients that I know I have a relationship with, and I really get to delve in more than I do. I don't want to say more than I do, it's just different than doing like 100 random people. Granted, I do like doing that too, it's fun, but I don't know, the energetic dispersion feels different. It feels like I'm going like trying to speed when it's like a lot of very affordable small orders for a lot of people, and feels like I'm getting like pulled in different directions and like playing tug of war. Whereas when it's like a very small group of concentrated readings for people, it feels more like I've gathered the information for you. Like it feels more, I like feeling like I'm opening a file for someone where there's like just so much information to run through. And like we've hit every nook and cranny. It makes me feel like I'm going into like an attic and doing a full clean out and renovation, where doing a bunch of very short, affordable, fast readings for a lot of people makes me feel like I'm running up to the attic to grab one thing and like go back outside and like frantically keep going back and upstairs to like get one thing. Like, I don't know, that's kind of how I view it in my head. Yep, it's the fucking Virgo moon, baby. Okay, we're gonna move the New Year's package up. We'll put that as number 1. Okay. I believe it should be on there now. Maybe that's why I was supposed to come on live. Maybe, I know, Virgo rising, we'll get it too. Maybe that's what, you guys, that's what the lesson was to come on for tonight. Okay, cool. Get excited anytime I receive new data. Yes, it's a fun feeling. I'm a Virgo moon. I think my sleep gummy's kicking in. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. If it makes you feel any better, are you a day chart or a night chart user 267284473? Because, like, is your sun on the upper hemisphere or the lower hemisphere? Is it above or below your ascendant line? Because I was just saying to, okay, so Mars is gonna be your tougher planet. I was just saying to someone that I've read for her every single month for 3 years now. Like, we're locked in. And she has had Saturn going over her moon this year and next year. And we initially thought, based on her birth time, that she was a 0 degree Aries moon. But upon like her life and dissecting it and moving her time even 2 minutes back, she was a 29-degree Pisces moon. So I think she's literally in her chart a 0-degree Aries moon at 2 minutes. And I was like, let's play around with the hypothetical that you're a Pisces moon, because it just makes more sense for her. And you know, sometimes when nurses write down the time, like they don't give a fuck about this shit. Like they're just like trying to get the general time down, that it might be 2 minutes off. And so regardless, whether she's a 29-degree moon, Pisces, whether she's a 29-degree Pisces moon or a 0-degree Aries moon, Saturn went over her moon this year. And she was fine. And she's a day chart. And that's not to say that's going to be the case for everybody. Obviously, it depends on your chart. But everything is relative, everything is subjective, and that's a testament to the fact that like people will tell you the worst thing ever is going to happen, and sometimes it just doesn't. And it's like what Katie said before, like, you know, something I would say with Saturn going over the moon, you might be lonely, you might be depressed, likely because you're learning some level of structure and discipline or commitment or isolation to do self-reflection. Like, all of those things can be true without you, like, needing to, you know, feel like you're gonna fucking kill yourself at the end of the day during it. So, you know, she didn't have a bad year by any means, but definitely had a year of frustration, of trying to figure things out and like not really knowing why things aren't working in this direction. And she did have some things not around, like very, not small, but like some external things in her orbit around her mom and her sister. Nothing world ending, just like sorry, I had to do the puzzle piece. Just like general having to accept certain things. And if I can offer you that possibility, I would hope that that's a little relieving. You have Saturn and Mars conjunction. It's almost a Pisces moon. How's my love life as an astrologer? The only difference I have is that like I am obviously nosy, and like I'm not in the way, I'm not the way you might think I would be. Like, I'm not immediately like, what's your sign? Like, sometimes I'll ask them what their sign is, like, or I'll just say, when's your birthday? And like, in my head, I'll just know their sign. But I'm not like I don't immediately need to pull up the synastry chart with anybody. Like, I know she's such a cutie. But, it's more that like, my live just got restricted for 10 minutes because we were talking about mental health. So annoying. What was I gonna say? I don't immediately need to pull up the synastry chart. Granted, listen, I'm just very weird because I don't date people. I'm not a dater. Like, I don't take men seriously. Sorry. And if I am sort of like, wait, I kind of like this person, or if I'm just like very attracted to them, then I'll be a little nosy and get the time just for the sake of being nosy of like what the fuck goes on with them. Because I'll have my suspicions like after observing someone's personality and being like, I wonder if he has this moon, or like, I wonder if he has a square here. And it's more just a fun game for me to see if I was right, more than it is me being like, is it gonna work with this person? Because like, it's insightful. Coochie-coo. First of all, love the name. Do you know your order number? Because I need something in order to look up your order. Order number, if you don't know, or you can't find your order number, I can look up your email. If you don't want to put any of that information on here, you can DM it to me on here. But once I have that, I can locate your order for you. Wait, what do you mean? Nice about what? What are you surprised I'm nice about? Oh my god, my face is so red. I just, yeah, I'm not an active dater. Oh, well, I'm nice about that because there were so many, there was like countless people over the since last year that didn't get their order. Like, if that wasn't an issue, if it was like general, regularly scheduled programming, I'd be like, what do you mean? But there was a lot of flukes because of the viral moment and my fucking website crashing. Like, literally, I cannot believe that there's still people that are like, I don't have your reading, not because it's their fault, but because I'm like, how is this still haunting me? Like, it was such a stressful time in my life. There was 2024 was just a run. Like, I had a few really big moments in 2024 where I would go viral for a prediction going right and then get a lot of orders at once. And typically I knew how to work in the waves. Like, I could manage the influx. But oh my fucking god, 2024 started with something already in January. I forgot what it was. Because 2023, same thing. I kind of had... 2023 was when I did the Justin Hailey Selena series. Got a lot of new clients from that. And I feel like there was something at the end of 2023 too. 2024 Super Bowl. That's February. Something in March, April. Not crazy. May. In May, Drake and Chrishell. Oh, I read for Chrishell Stause too. May of 20 motherfucking 4. Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. And Drake, everyone hates Drake. Everyone's saying Drake has a secret kid. Everyone's revealing these things, these secrets about Drake. I literally fucking somehow, I low-key don't even know how I did that, but a year prior to that, I was like, Drake is gonna have a awful year, like an awful moment where we might find out he has a secret kid, and there's gonna be so much bad energy around Drake where his private life is public. It's gonna be about his family, his past, his identity. It's gonna be fuck Drake. And I was talking about it I was talking shit about him in 2023 because of these transits, and I was like, I'm telling you, something bad's gonna happen. We're gonna learn something about Drake that we're not gonna like. And like almost exactly a year later, all that shit happened. And I didn't even I wasn't like, guys, I was right. I forgot I even said any of that. And I actually remember I was out on the town. I think it was Cinco de Mayo, and I went out with Kevin. And we went out in New Haven, Connecticut, and I had a shitty night that night. And I went home with this random person. I didn't like sleep with this person, but I just had like a weird night where I felt like I like low-key got a little assaulted. Like, not for real, but where I was just very uncomfortable. Woke up super wasted and was like, where am I? Like, got pissed at Kevin, just had such an awful night. And when I woke up at this person's house, my phone's blowing up, and I'm like, why did I make $12,000 this morning? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I feel like I remember when we were out seeing something, like getting a lot of Twitter notifications, but I was just like, okay, it must be something. Like, at this point, I'd gotten used to Twitter notifications going viral, but not a crazy amount of sales. Woke up $12,000, and I gained so many followers so quickly. Barstool posted something. So many TikTok astrologers were talking about it. And I was like, how the fuck did I predict that? And people were like scared of me. because they were like, how did you get that to a T? And I was like, low-key, I don't even know. Now, okay, we're still in May, right? We're still in May 2024. All this Drake stuff is happening. It hasn't even calmed down yet. I made like $60,000, and then Blue, please stop. What is her problem right now? Oh my goodness, she's so jealous. Oh yeah, she looks like a fucking sugar glider in the back, jumping like that. So it's still May, right? Oh, you're so cute. And right when I think I didn't have a handle on it, but right when I get used to like, whoa, this was a crazy month for me, Hailey Bieber's pregnant. And I fucking called that shit. And then everything blew up again. And I was like, oh, Lord, give me a break. I was very, very, very grateful. And I still am. But holy motherfucking God, I was not prepared, especially with no team or employees or customer service or anything, to handle that amount of people, customer service, back-end technical issues, and virality, and overwhelm. Also, in the midst of this, I was trying to start another business with my roommate. I just started a business that required all of my attention, and then this like swept me away. It was just a crazy fucking time. I was taking a lot of Adderall, drinking a lot of coffee, and emotionally eating and burning myself out and not sleeping and having so many panic attacks. Like, that's what was happening. Who other than Hailey has an Aries moon? Selena. And Kendall Jenner, right? Everyone he's ever liked. Oh, it's fine. Don't be sorry. It changed my life. I moved here. It was worth it. It was just a lot. Like, I just wasn't in a good place. I don't really feel a way. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know these people. Like, it's fun to, like, do the banter with celebrities, but like some people literally care, and they're like so convicted in their opinion or their perspective, and it's like, all right, we need to calm down a little bit. What do I think about her, feel about her? I loved Selena Gomez growing up. I think there's definitely like an immaturity. I think she had a phase of immaturity and like victimhood. Granted, in defense of, I'm not going to say celebrities, in defense of child stars, you're not going to be normal. I'm sorry. And I think that she has, from what we can see, turned out pretty good given the circumstances. Because I know for a fact I would be a fucking nightmare. And like, when I think of things where I'm like, eye roll, it's like when she's like, oh my God, the internet's bullying me, like shit like that. And she definitely has been a pick me before, but it's just things where I'm like, if there's anyone I'm gonna have like disdain towards, it's gonna be someone who's like a legitimate bad person, like someone who's like hurting people, rather than like an annoying female celebrity. You know what I mean? Because like, one thing that is undeniable with celebrities and fame and stuff is that all of the men, basically all of them, do and have done and say and have said and represent and spread actual dangerous, life-altering, awful influence rhetoric, and like don't get flack for it, even by women. If anything, it's like memed. But if you're like a female celebrity and you so much as give an accidental resting bitch face dirty look to an interviewer on a carpet, like, you're a fucking cunt. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is like very, you know, I don't even want to get into it because I feel like it's just controversial, but women get an extremely disproportionate punishment publicly than men do for things that are inherently non-comparable at all. I think that Selena had definitely has pick me energy in the sense of like being a good woman and like, you know, I have good values, you know, like family. And it's not to say that it's an act. I don't think it's an act, and I think she is actually that way, but I can see where it's like it feels pretentious because it feels like I'm not like those bitches sort of things, and it's like, come on. But again, like, I don't know if that's like means of survival in that world. And I think the reason it's frustrating too when girls like do that is because like one of the things I know is her being like, I don't want to see your bodies on Instagram, when we've like seen her body on Instagram. That's where it's like, bro, come on. And I think a lot of that was bred from her relationship with Justin Bieber. I think that the thing she was able to hold was like, I'm not one of these little whores. Like, I'm the girlfriend, I'm the wife, and that shit will follow you if you don't heal it. And I'm sure he did some fucking damage to her. What do I think of her and Benny Blanco? I've always been asked this since the jump, and this isn't off of astrology. This is like, if this was my friend and the feelings that I get from it, I don't fucking like it. I think it's weird, and it's not because he's not attractive. It's not because he's a weird guy. Like, it's none of that. It's none of the things other people say it's for. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling I get. It's weird to me. The crossover of association is weird to me. Granted, Justin and Selena both do music. They both had enmeshed friend groups for years. I understand that, like, naturally. See, maybe this is why I don't like him. I do think he's socially aware. I think he acts aloof and doofy and like isn't that way. I just don't buy it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't buy it. And it's not that I don't buy the relationship. It's not like I'm like, oh, they have no chemistry. It's more that I feel like to Selena it's very serious and she's locked in. And I think he kind of knows that she is clearly like probably deep down wounded. And I think that he probably did a really good job at making her feel safe and like comfortable and welcomed. And I think that's what she was looking for. And I think in that case, it probably works. But there's something about, like, I don't know, like, I don't think they're going to be together forever. But this is the thing, guys, you have to understand, like, if you've ever, how do I say this? Like the her being his first baddie thing, she's probably not. I'm sorry, he's probably slept with some of the most gorgeous women you've ever seen. You have to remember these people have money and they're in the hills. They're in California. Like, if you've ever been around anyone with even the slightest bit of clout and or money, it does not fucking matter what that guy looks like. And there's probably like celebrities and like porn stars and stuff that we know that he's slept with and dated. Like, I don't think this is like him being this nerdy guy who, oh my god, he's with the most beautiful woman in the world. Like, no. Not at all. Even like when someone's not fucking famous, even if you guys ever hang out with people that like have money like that, the most beautiful women in the world, you will look so differently at them. Not out of judgment, but just where you're like, damn, I didn't know men, these type of men were fucking like that. What I do like about him is that when I have watched videos of him describing his creative process with music, and I do find him enjoyable to listen to. I think that he is genuine. Like, I do think that he is down to earth. I do believe that, and I do think that he's genuine in his like passions and stuff. And I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't have the words. I don't think he's like some bad guy. I don't think he's like undeserving of her because he's gross. Like, there's just something within them together that I do not like. Like, there's something that I'm like, something isn't sitting right here. And maybe part of my discomfort is that I feel like we've seen that girl like barred out on TikTok. Like, so when I think of like the things he posts that, you know, give Selena this down to earth vibe, like them having a messy bedroom with like a pill bottle and a vibrator in the background, and then all they eat is Taco Bell, like, something about that, not because that's bad, it's awesome, it's great, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a vision of their dynamic that I get where I feel like she's like in love because she wants to be in love, but she's not always fully there all the time. Sometimes it seems like she has months where she's really conscious and present, and then it seems like there's months where she's like high as fuck. Granted, I don't think she's like shooting up recreationally. It's clearly like medically induced. And I think when you get engaged to someone or marry someone or date someone when you're like that, it naturally affects the dynamic. Which, guess who else we can say that about? Motherfucking Justin Bieber, who was literally a when he got engaged. Like, and that's why people are like, maybe he's literally her handler, because like it kind of gives like, come over here, Selena. Yep, okay, come here. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm being fucked up, but like, and I don't fucking know these people. I don't know anything. I don't know a goddamn thing. The question was, what do I think and feel when I look at them? And that's what I think and feel. Like, if this was people I knew in real life, that's how I would feel about them. I'd be like, yeah, they're cute. Like, what's their deal? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Did someone just cash at me? Ow, hold on, I need to check it on here. Guys, I need to fucking go to sleep soon, because when I take my sleep gummy, if I go beyond it, like if I push beyond the tiredness, I like feel like it makes me wake up more. How is Ro? Me and Ro don't talk like that. I feel like I did look at their synastry and way long ago when they first started dating, and I feel like I wasn't blown away. What I will say though is that his son this is the thing, his son falls in her 8th house because he's a Pisces, and Justin Bieber is also a Pisces and also fell in her 8th house. And usually if someone's in your 8th house, you are like obsessed and like dependent on that person for your livelihood, like romantically speaking. Wait, sprinkle top honey bun. Are you Catherine? The $34 readings, they're not live readings. They're, I can just email it to you because you already paid for it, but they're PDFs. So if you want, I can just tell me your rising sign and I can send you the PDF. It's a 34 or 36 page PDF with every major transit for 2026 for your rising sign and 10 practical predictions per major transit. Eighth house synastry is really, really great for... Okay, perfect. Just give me your... If you don't want to drop it in here, you can DM it to me and I'll send it to you after. I just need your email. That way I can send it to you. 8th house synastry is just very... The 8th house is very taboo. It's deep, it's cathartic, it's intense. In some ways it can be great and like intoxicating and like really incredible and like actual deep romantic intimate love where you're like in that person's skin and binded to them. In other ways, because that requires a lot of vulnerability and surrendering, that can destroy you. You're giving someone a lot of power, and with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, let me see. I have to see if my friend's reading uploaded. Okay, the New Year's packages are up. There's only 10 available. I need to tell Katie, I don't think she's in here anymore, but I need to tell her to write a testimonial because that made me so happy to hear her say everything came true. Like, that's my favorite thing. What about 12th house synastry? I wouldn't say one is worse than the other. It's just very... Good night, Rosie Aura. Loved having you here. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. What was the question? Oh, 8th house versus 12th house synastry. 8th house is like... I want to say, depending on the planets involved, I want to say the 8th house is like physical and more tangible and feeling. So like the sharing of resources, of money, sleeping with someone, you know, the intense feelings you get when you share your body with someone like that. 12th house synastry is very psychological. And it can feel like you are going fucking crazy, where you're like, am I making this shit up? And like literally being able to like read each other's minds. It's like they are in your brain without your permission. And you're in their brain without their permission. Where it's just like you see someone so intuitively. There's just a natural like, I know what's going on in there sort of thing. What's one big transit I'm looking forward to? That's a good question. Oh, Jesus. I'm very excited for Jupiter. Honestly, all of them. I'm selfishly excited for Jupiter to move into my 10th house, into my career sector. Because I have the feeling already that I'm like going in a different direction, and I want to do more like entertainment, fun, creative content, like let that side of myself come out, because I feel like the last few years since I started my business, my job is so deep and intense and heavy, and I do like and value that way, and I am that person. But I'm like, I want to play. Like, I also am this type of person, and I want to be able to really exercise that and incorporate that into my job. In correlation to that, I am excited for Saturn to go into my 6th house. I'm really struggling health-wise, but I'm hoping and thinking that I'm struggling because I'm gonna restructure my habits and stuff and finally get some solutions, because I've also been working on my health for a few years, but in doing so have discovered some more issues. So it's good that I know them now, but the walls are closing in a little bit, so I want to find some solutions. And I hope nothing happens to you, because the 6th house is pets. Uranus in my 8th house is when my car broke down. So that was a big financial shock, and I really feel like since I really feel like since Uranus went into my 8th house, my money's been fucked up, which is like totally makes sense with Uranus entering the 8th house. But I'd like to see it shock me in a way that's good, rather than conflicting and challenging. That would be my ideal. Italian, Irish, Dutch, Slovakian, and I think Greek. Oh, my cat is being so cute. I can't wait to lay down with her. She always sleeps on me. I also have another cat that never shows face because she's always in the living room, but she's also so cute. Alright, I think I gotta tap out soon, guys. I'm telling you guys, get these fucking PDFs. Not only did I work so hard on them and had so much fun with them, but I have an inkling, because there's already some things I'm looking at for next year that I'm gonna end up adding more to it. And I really I think I favor my TikTok people, I'm gonna be honest. TikTok and Twitter, but TikTok because you guys hang out with me more, where Twitter's sometimes they're a little meaner over there. But I want you guys to get in earlier so that you don't, because I'm probably going to end up raising the price on it when I add the extra stuff. I feel like I'm sweating myself tan off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I'm like, all right, I saw the fucking challenge of Uranus. Like, I see what's in front of me. How can I spin this in my favor? And I do think it's given me a lot to think about, in terms of like what's not working with money, not because I'm doing something wrong, but because I don't think I'm being as authentic as I could be, in the sense that like I often feel burnt out lately, and it's not because I'm overworking. I think it's because I'm outgrowing the way that I've been working. So I'm hoping that by showing up honestly and confronting that, and not being afraid to let go, 8th house, of things, that I'll be able to feel the fun, exciting upturn of it. Oh, also, how do we not talk about this with my car being cursed? I got fucking robbed a few weeks ago, and they probably stole like $10,000-$12,000 worth of things, because they stole two whole to the brim, had to sit down to zipper it 28-inch suitcases of clothes too, and a whole box of shoes and bags that I was trying to sell. And the only reason they were in my car was because we were throwing a party and I needed to make room in the Airbnb. So I was like, let me use my car as like a storage space. And it was I'm such a big person with locking and double locking things and securing my items. It was the one day of my fucking life that I thought the car was locked and it wasn't, because I replaced the battery in the fob and it didn't work, and I thought it did. Like, I hit it when I went inside and I thought it worked because I put a new battery in, and it didn't. And they had to have used a car to steal what the amount of things they stole from me. So that's another thing where I'm just like, damn, this is a year of a loss. Like, this whole year has been me losing money in so many different ways. And I think Uranus in my 8th house is like, girl, you have to learn to just let shit go. And I'm not very attached to things materially to begin with. Like, you guys would think something's wrong with me because when I realized I got robbed, I was on the phone. Like, not on the phone. I was sending an audio to my friend, because the other thing that was wrong with my car was that the tires kept popping. I had 4 flat tires this year. So I had a flat, and my friend who works on cars was like, oh, I'm going to take you to this tire place. Like, they'll give you a good deal. So we went to the tire place, and they took the suitcases out of my trunk because I had a spare in the trunk. So they took it out to make room to get the tire out and then put the suitcases back in. And when I went out, before I realized I was robbed, to go to my car, I could see that my front door was kind of open, and I was like, no fucking way I left this door open. Like, the battery's gonna be dead. Like, fuck. And that's just weird of me. I'm like, how did I leave was I rushing? And I remembered coming inside, and I was carrying a lot of stuff inside when I thought I locked it. So I was like, was I being lazy? And I didn't like fully have the weight to shut it all the way. I'm like, whatever. I'm getting in the car, and then I see a bottle of moisturizer that I keep in my center console on top of it. Never in my life would I ever leave that there. And I was like, was I drunk? Like, what the fuck? And then something told me to turn around. I turn around and look in the trunk. I see that the suitcases aren't there. I'm like, I don't even think I thought about being robbed yet. I think I thought I like didn't trust my own judgment. I was like, did I come out here last night? Like, what the fuck did I do? So I call, his name's Gio, my friend Gio. I call Gio. I'm like, when you guys took the tire out of the trunk, like, did you forget to put the suitcases in? He's like, babe, how would we forget that? I remember I remember putting them in because I didn't want you to forget them. I'm like, oh, I got robbed. He's like, dude, what? I'm like, yeah, I got robbed. And I'm like, damn, if these people robbed me and they're like watching to see if my reaction or something, they're gonna be like, the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Because I literally had to laugh. I had to laugh so I didn't cry. I literally like looked up at the sky and laughed and was like, fuck. And I low-key like didn't care. I do care, but I'm like, who fucking cares? What the reading includes: kitty cat on reclusive. The reading, the horoscope reading, is a 36-page PDF. It covers every major transit of 2026 and 10 very practical, realistic predictions per major transit. You will know how the transits are going to collect everybody collectively and personally based off of your rising sign. Very in-depth, but very to the point. No fluffy shit. Very practical and like applicable to real life. Well, my 8th house is in Gemini and stuff is cars, and I also have a Virgo moon, so it's in a square to my 8th house. So, oh, my ear's ringing. Whew. Well, the funniest thing about them stealing the clothes is that they opened those suitcases and like picked some of the things that they didn't fucking want and threw them back in. Like, and I'm like, oh, I know men did this, because any woman who would rob me would see the things of value in my car that they actually left. And that was another reason I couldn't get too mad, was because I was like, all right, God's protecting me. I had brand new Meta glasses in there. They didn't touch that. I had Chanel perfume. I had an Yves Saint Laurent little makeup bag full of makeup. I had Adderall in there. Like, I had drugs in there. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, oh, I know men did this, because any woman who would rob me would see the things of value in my car that they actually left. And that was another reason I couldn't get too mad, was because I was like, all right, God's protecting me. I had brand new Meta glasses in there. I had Chanel perfume. I had an Yves Saint Laurent little makeup bag full of makeup. I had Adderall in there. Like, I had drugs in there. I'm like, All right, I would have been so sad if they took the meta glasses. I just bought my second pair because the first pair, I was dumb and drunk and near the pool with my friend, and he headbutted me by accident, and the glasses electrocuted both of us. And I wish I could access the video that was taken as that happened, but you can't repair meta glasses, which is crazy. So I had to buy a second pair. And oh my god, guys, I wore them out. Like, I wore them out drinking the other night. I was on like a little mini bender, and sadly I only remembered to record like the first 2 hours. The fucking video of that night is so funny. Like, I want to post it, but the reason I can't is because like there's other people in it, and like I don't know if they want that out there. Not that anything crazy is happening in the video, nothing crazy is happening in it. It would just be like I met a guy that night, and like it's just a funny jump from like me filming him at the bar being like, hi, nice to meet you, and then it skips to us going up the elevator to his apartment. And I don't know if, like, I don't know him, so I don't know if that would bother him. He seemed very sweetie boy and like reserved, so I don't want to do that to a shy person. And then what was the other thing? I feel like there was another thing in it where I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I can post that. I feel like there was another part, but I'm gonna wear them again this weekend because my friend is throwing a Christmas party, and I'm so excited to wear them there. It's gonna be very fucking funny. It's gonna be a good weekend. But in order for me to have fun this weekend, I need to make some motherfucking moolah so that I don't feel guilty about going. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at this Christmas party, and the whole time I'm there, I'm gonna be like, I could be working right now, and I should be working right now, and I will probably sneak to his workroom and like go live and try to do a few readings during the party so that I feel less guilty, literally. And I would prefer to avoid that, so hopefully before then, what's today? Thursday? Today and like a little bit of Friday, I'll be able to rack up some dough and give you guys some readings. But we'll see. I'm gonna plan to go to, oh shit, I did not know it was 1 in the morning. I'm gonna go to Plato's Closet, and they're probably gonna give me $2. But I have like a lot of new clothes that I never wore and shit that just doesn't fit, so hopefully I'll get something out of that. But if you want a live reading, come back tomorrow, because I'll probably do them there and try to remind people that there's also like more affordable PDFs. But that's the plan, baby. I want to eat again, but I can't. It's 1 in the morning. The live readings are $75, and those go over like your specific birth chart. Like what we do is I type in your birth information here, and then we talk for like 10 minutes, depending on how much I need to say. And we go over what you're going through, what you recently went through, and what you can expect coming up. And then it's fun over live because then you're able to be like, oh, this is happening, or what about this? And we can do a little back and forth where it's like, oh, okay, this is why this is happening. Whereas the PDF is cheaper because it's based off of your rising sign, not your personal chart. Like, a live reading is a reading for you. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm so motherfucking tired. I'm such a genius for putting on my self-tan before I laid down because I knew I was going to be too tired to put it on. And thank God I could just go directly to bed. Isn't my bed so cute? Okay, it's not made nicely. But, like, I love these fluffy pillows. It's kind of a freak bed, like, and the sheets are pink. Like, bright pink. But, okay. Ew, I look greasy, I swear. It's the self-tan. And my thumbnail fell off. Okay. It was so nice talking to you guys. I know we didn't do any readings, but this live will be... Snooki's cousin is so funny. It's JWoww. This recording will go up on YouTube hopefully tomorrow. Taurus rising. There's a new moon in your 8th house at the end of the month. So new beginnings via change and transformation. Maybe some money stuff coming in. Oh, Taurus sun. I mean, rising sign is like how you would predict usually. With the sun, what do we have? Do we have anything in score? Well, everything's been opposing your sun. But that was like over a month ago. That's dependent, I would say, on the degree. Oh, you're Scorpio rising. Okay. Okay, so you just had a new moon in your 7th house. It might have been near your sun. That's your relationship sector. Why do I look so puffy right now? Scorpio rising. So we have a full moon in our 8th house. So think back to the end of May of this year. The end of May, there was something that you began with, like, trust, sex, intimacy, money, or transformation, change, all of that. There's a full circle moment with that. And then we're gonna have a new moon in our financial sector at the end of the month, which is usually like a new income stream or money or things kind of looking up. So hopefully that's the fucking case, obviously, with me. But we'll probably have a boost in money. A new moon in the 2nd house, and it's a good new moon. Granted, sometimes it can take 6 months to come full circle, so it might be something that maybe doesn't make sense right now and will make more sense in the spring. But a seed being planted financially is always one to look forward to. Okay, I love you guys so much. I need to, like, wash out. I don't know why I look like this. I love you guys so much. This was a fun chat. I can't believe I stayed up until 1. We'll do readings tomorrow because a bitch needs money. I should have been doing them tonight, but it was nice to just talk to you guys, honestly. I think everyone's going through it. I'm telling you that retrograde beat the fuck out of everybody, but it's direct and it will be out of shadow soon. We can talk about this tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm gonna go live. I want to try doing it early in the day because I never do it early in the day, but we'll see. But okay, this will be on YouTube. I love you guys and I will talk to you soon.